guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Ultra Pips FS. Please and please kindly do subscribe, like the video, watch my previous video to learn more and all that. You can as well share to your family and friends and leave a comment on what you want to see me, what you want to see me post about, like trades and all that, or I can do like next week market review and all that. So this is what is going to happen. Yeah, this video is all about trend line, understanding trend line, or does trend line strategy work? Okay, does trend line strategy works? Because I know most traders who still trade trend line and it works for them perfectly. And I remember I used to trade using trend line also back then before I moved to SMC. Not like trading trend line is a bad one. Is a good one. That is if you understand what you're doing. Consistency, they say, is the key to whatsoever thing you're doing in life. So let's go into the chart and talk about trend line. So what is trend line? Trend line is basically a line where we expect price to either bounce off from, like, tap the trend line and continue buying, or tap the trend line, retest the trend line and sell off. What do I mean by that? Let's take for example, um market is moving this way. Okay, market moving this way, and price stop here, right? So let's say for example, we don't know what price is going to do. Please don't mind what I just did there, but try to understand what I'm trying to explain. We want to watch how price moves around there, whether it's still going to continue the buy or it's still going to sell. So you need a better way of catching the sell or the buy. That is, you need to get a better entry. So what do I do now? What they do, that is trend line traders, they mark out that trend line this way, then expect price to touch here properly and buy, or after price touch here, then price can buy a little though, then break out. When it breaks out, they expect a retest at that trend line to sell. So this will give you a proper entry. That is for them to get a proper entry to what they're doing. So they wait for the retest, then they sell. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say concerning trend line. Yeah, this is just like a basic concept that most traders knows about, because before you go into trading, at least most brokers, they'll teach you about trend line, supply and demand and all that. So it's not a hard something to comprehend. So looking at USDCHF, I wanted to take a buy from here because, okay, see the trade I took on USDCHF today before price hit my TP. So I wanted to take a buy from here because I was so skeptical about this trade though, because I was looking at, oh, is price going to break out from this zone or price is going to buy. So what do? I had too much patience, like I was on the chart watching what is going to happen. So let's draw a trend line. You see, three taps, right? Because before trend line is valid, you need to have a touch one at the trend line, touch two and three, at least about three, minimum of three. Yeah, I use minimum of three to know if the trend line is going to be valid or not. So when I saw this market, I was like, should I buy from this demand zone? Because here is already like a demand zone. Demand zone is where you buy, supply zone is where you sell. So I was like, should I buy from a demand zone? I was like, no, let me watch. Because if you go ahead to buy from this demand zone here, okay, let's draw out the zone. Let's say, okay, let me mark all of it as my demand zone. I want to buy from this demand zone. I know the basic thing we have in mind is after marking out those rectangle box, we either enter at 50% of the box, or you enter from here. So let's say I took my entry from here and my stop loss will be below this week. Why will your stop loss be below the week? Because you feel like, oh, if price goes ahead to break this week, then the zone is no longer valid. So I'll also move into liquidity concerning the same trade. So let's say I want to take a buy from here, then my stop loss will be somewhere here. Can you see that price will take me out? Price will take me out, and then after price takes me out, I'll be like, oh, this market is going to sell because you already broke this zone. That is you gambling. You don't even understand what you want to do, what you want to do in the market. So let's say I then go ahead to sell this USDCHF, and then I take my entry around here. Basically, your stop loss too will be here, and as you can see, price will still take you out. So that was what made me remember trendline strategy. So going to your 4 hours, you mark out your trend line properly. After marking out your trend line, you don't need this box for whatsoever thing, because as you can see, what I just explained about you buying and selling is what we call liquidity. That is price trying to take out both buyers and sellers out. Early buyers, that stop loss will be hit, so they will be out of the trade, and sellers, they will be nowhere to be found. So on this trade right here, let's say for example, okay, let's say I want to buy after market hits here from this. When I saw this place, market touched this the trend line, I'll bring out my line, mark the week. After marking that week, you go to your 15 minutes, because I always say use your 15 minutes, your 5 minutes, or whatever time frame you use for your entry, because it gives you better entry. So let's say after I marked out that week, then I saw price came back to retest that same place. I then decide, though I did not take my entry so early, so I decide to take my entry from here, and my stop loss should be as tight as it could be. Should be below here, right? Then this is why will your stop loss be here? Because this is the overall week governing the buy, so your stop loss should be below the week. So then my TP should be, most people don't even know how how they're going to get that TP, where that TP should be, and all that. So my TP was here. My TP was here, as you can see on the. Okay, let me go to my 15 minutes here. This was the trade I took. I'll also be posting this thing. I took my entry from here, from this zone right here. That was where I took my entry. Then my stop loss was so wide to this extent, but as you can see, price did no longer come to break on this zone again. Price did not come to this zone again. Price just respected here that I already marked out. So my entry was somewhere around here, and then as you can see, my TP was right here. And why my TP was here was because today is Friday and I don't like holding trade. Like I used to say on my video, I'm not here a swing trader. I day trade, though I can hold to the next day, but not over the weekend. So my TP was just here for USDCHF. I hope in this video you get to understand more about the market, and also for better understanding, it's best for you to go back and backtest to understand more things about trading forex, because this USDCHF alone can get most traders frustrated. Let's take for example now, I'm a newbie into the forex market and my demand and supply or resistance and whatsoever. I then marked out here for me to take my sell, for me to take my buy. I take my buy, price took me out. I go ahead to sell, and then you be expecting a sell or whatsoever. You go ahead to take your sell, price will take you out. So you just be frustrated. That is why I say it's best to always know what you do. Put in the effort to learn. It's not about, oh, you want to learn from YouTube. It's good to learn from YouTube. It's good to backtest on your own, but also have somebody or have a community where you are in, where you can always run up to the person. Oh, see what just happened to me now. Can I understand why this trade went this way or whatever thing? So in anything you're doing, always learn before you earn. Do not go ahead to earn, and then when everything has turned so like it's so bad, you then want to go and learn. So this is what happened on USD card, how I took the buy basically. I also have another strategy on taking this buy, but I won't be sharing it now, maybe in some other video. Thank you guys for watching. Please do subscribe as I'll be dropping more videos on forex trading. Thank you very much.